Well, I know one issue that's important to voters in this election, especially, is immigration. And like you said, about a lot of people are concerned about it when it comes to the economy. But right now, I want to talk about a current event that's happening in Colorado and Aurora, particularly, which is, believe, right outside your district. And right now, there are a lot of conflicting reports out there. Some reports saying there are apartment buildings allegedly being taken over by Venezuelan gangs, but then the police department is coming out saying this is not true. There's definitely not a gang takeover. So can you help people make sense of what's going on right now on the ground there?
Yeah, let me tell you this. So I have people come up to me all the time and they tell me, listen, you have to win. You just have to win because I'm terrified what's going to happen if Lauren wins. And these people are citizens. These are citizens. And that's the point. The fear mongering is the point. If Representative Boebert cared so much about fixing the immigration system, because it's a systematic problem, then she would have gone ahead and signed on to that bipartisan border bill as a start. Or she could have gone ahead and funded Custom and Border Patrols at the level they requested instead of proposing major cuts. So she's not taking this issue seriously. We're not going to demonize immigrants. We're smart folks. We can separate this is violent gang activity versus these are Venezuelan immigrants. And what is also a poorly run building by a private entity that is actually not providing what it should to the people who pay their rent. So that's, and let me tell you, you know what? There's also, when I talk to farmers and ranchers and people in the care industry, they say this whole deport them all thing. If we actually implemented that, that would hurt my bottom line. That would be awful for me. So we need a pathway. We need a pathway to citizenship. We need to close the amnesty loophole, but we need to not play games with people's lives. And we absolutely need to stop the fear mongering because it is dangerous, it is anti-democratic, and we're not going to let it stand.
So do you believe what's going on, for example, in Aurora is just another example of like the fear mongering and rhetoric that's coming out from conservatives, Republicans, and that actually is just a rundown apartment building that needs help from management?
Well, I mean, it's not to say that there's not gang activity in Aurora, and law enforcement, shout out to them. It's already a tough enough job, and then to have to navigate this in a very political, environment that's become a lightning rod and dangerous is horrible. So I absolutely do not trust whatever Lauren Boebert says the situation is online. Let's start there, right? Always question them. Do not take what you see online at face value. So like two things can be true at once, right? Where we can absolutely step up against gang violence. And we can also say, hey, this is ridiculous that you're trying to paint it as if there's some sort of takeover of these buildings. That's absurd.